Hello, everyone who is joining the live stream. Tonight we're doing a podcast. So if you guys have any issues hearing us or having any issues in general um, with volumes or stream lagging or anything of that nature, please let us know. I am Matthew Gaming, or known as 100. As of now, we're doing a podcast, just going over a few odds and ends, and I can actually show exactly what we're going over tonight. So again, if you guys have any questions or want to jump on the wagon on this one, feel free to comment down below, over on the side or wherever the chat is. But tonight we're going over county versus city life. Topics of money. Is it a material or does it run life? Jobs, the different opportunities, volunteer versus paid, fire/EMS, devotion versus too much time on your hands. That is what we're going over tonight, guys. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us right here in the chat. I will be viewing the chat as much as possible tonight. So yeah, this is what we are doing. This is what we do for live streams. We kind of sit here. We're gonna start sort of talking about it. There's supposed to be a big debate happening tonight with this. I just don't know on when that debate's gonna pop up. Personally, the guy that's supposed to be in here with me doing the debate, he is currently AFK. He actually left voice. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm going to kind of get into it here, guys. Give me 1 second here. I'm quickly messaging him here. Sorry about that, guys. So anyways, as I was saying, the topics for tonight, it's nothing really that big. We do want to, pleasantly invite you all to the Discord, to come on in and chat, hang out. This is a first responder crew. For anyone who is a first responder, that may have some issues, or even just wants to come chill, hang out, relax a little bit. We do play some games. If you go check out other live streams that we've done, we do some flashing lights, Phasmophobia, Into the Flames, Emerge NYC, and we're getting into actually doing some 5M. But again, I'm not able to tell you guys the servers, because there's 2 separate servers I'm actually on currently. But I can at least tell you guys both servers I am on, they're both really good servers. They're very polite. Maybe later on we might see about joining up and maybe partnering with the 2 servers that myself and 149 are into. But yeah, this is basically what we're going to be talking about. Is just city versus country, paid versus volunteer, and having too much time on your hands, and what the other one was that I just read off. But I do want to, before we get into that topic, I want to just kind of ask you guys, how are you guys doing tonight? If you guys can let me know here in the chat, and then we'll get into actually into the topic here. Tonight we're not gonna have a cam on. I'm on my new PC, so we're not gonna have a cam on tonight. Within the Discord. But again, guys, don't be afraid to say hello. Let me know who's all here. Because that honestly will help me know on what I can do better and what you guys want to see on this channel. I wish my other guy was here. He had a whole huge spiel on this, and I'm not prepared for this. Let me see if he's viewed it yet. No, he has not. Alrighty. So we're going to kind of just wing this for right now, guys. What is you guys' opinion on paid versus volunteer? We'll start on that side of things. To me, there's not really a difference, at least in my personal opinion. Honestly, we've all have done it. We all do the job for the exact same reason that obviously one another do it for. Whether you get paid or a volunteer. We're doing um, doing the same job. I really don't see the what is it called? I'm drawing blanks, guys. I'm sorry. I don't really see the outcome or the better of the two. We're both kind of in it for the same reason, and that's to save lives. We do ask that you guys do kind of participate here in chat a little bit, just so we know on what's going on and what you guys are thinking as well. And also, just to kind of put it out there, the only reason why tonight we're doing a podcast so late is because I was busy. I ended up injuring myself while being out on a rescue call earlier today. We just so that we kind of have a good outcome on this stream, guys. What is your guys' thoughts? Let's hear your guys' thoughts real fast. Hello to that one person that is watching the stream currently, guys. Don't be afraid to talk out, guys. We enjoy hearing from you. We can go to the next little bit of that topic. Country versus city life. Hello, Mr. Blue Ice. Welcome, sir. How are you doing tonight, sir? I don't know where everyone is. I know Wildstyle is live as well. Right now, I had someone who was supposed to be in here, but I've had someone that was in here before I started the live, and then he up and left without any warning, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, nice. If you guys want to jump over here, you guys are more than welcome to. It's up to you guys. So we're gonna kind of go ahead and continue this here, guys. The idea of country versus city life. Um, Honestly, city life is, you're nonstop. Welcome to whoever just joined. Oh, I bet you it's Wildstyle and
That
Blue
would welcome
Ice.
me.
Oh, and it's Mr. Blue Ice and Wildstyle. Welcome to both of you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You never welcome us.
Bullshit, I don't. um, so I'm gonna have to go back here, in live a little bit. Just out of curiosity for both of you guys, what do you think the difference is between volunteers and paid fire and EMS?
Well, volunteer is like basically what name said. You volunteer. You basically give your time for your community. As being versus paid, where the city or county pays you to be there to do that job.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it any different between the job, though.
That's the definition of both of them.
I get that, but in my opinion, I don't see a difference.
No, there really ain't a difference to it.
Either way, it's your dedication process. To be quite honest, that's at least how I see it. Um, what do you think, Wild Style, on that?
Difference between what? I'm sorry.
Volunteer and paid.
Volunteer and pay. What's the difference?
What's your
Well,
opinion on it?
opinion on whether
Like paid volunteer versus paid firefighter versus volunteer firefighters or EMS.
well, to be honest, I think uh, I mean, yeah, you should get paid to be a firefighter or EMS because yeah, the volunteer I don't. This is what I don't understand. I mean, yeah, you volunteer for to be a firefighter. You volunteer to be a, somebody to rescue. Well, why, if you want, if you're like on a job, and I'm assuming that it is a job that you applied
Mm-hmm.
for, why can't you get paid for it? Why do you have to volunteer? If you are doing a job, especially doing a job like that, which is, I have to say, I think, just about everybody who is a firefighter, who does work on rescue squad, and, they should get paid. They should not do this voluntarily. They should all get paid. You shouldn't have volunteered. If you sign up to do a job, especially like that, you deserve pay. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, but I can argue that little point too. What if you're living in a real small town that barely can pay the legal government there, let alone a paid service like fire or rescue or EMS?
Well, I mean, if you're in a state like that where you pretty much just volunteer, then I guess I mean, that's all you can do. But I just think because of the hard work and the dedication that people do on, being a firefighter or being, EMS, EMT, excuse me, sorry. I, as much dedication as they do for and services that they do for the community, I don't. I mean, yeah, I can understand your point of view, Ice, where people are barely able to, if it's in a small town, they're barely able to, um, you know, pay for it or whatever. I do understand that. I do understand your point of view. But see, the way I think of it is I think that if you are a firefighter or if you do work EMT, that you should get paid because, I mean, those people, especially firefighters, they risk their lives every day by going into burning buildings just to rescue people. And you're risking your life for what? For how much? Nothing. So technically, you're risking your life to save someone else. Now, I know, like in military, yeah, they probably don't get paid when they fight or whatever. And then again, they might. I don't know because I'm not in the military. But they even should get paid because they're risking their lives every day just to protect people. It's like firefighters. They do that too. They risk their lives to protect people when they go into
Let me ask you
burning
this.
buildings.
Let me ask you this, Wild. You saying that everybody should get paid. So you basically saying you putting a dollar value on a person's life.
Well, I mean, think about it. You go into a burning person goes into a burning building just to risk their lives to save someone, and what do they get in return? You know, what if they
They get
die?
gratitude. They get recognition in the county or community.
What if they, what if something happens in the burning building and they die? I mean, the families, yeah, they're upset, and yeah, they probably want to sue the fire department because of that. But I mean,
They can't because
oh, I know.
actually, the reason I say you can't, they can, but they ain't gonna get very much out of it because just imagine the community itself is actually paying for the apparatus and the technology and the training
Yep.
for said um, departments. So if a say take a fireman, say like if Matthew went into a house to put out a fire and he got caught into it and he couldn't escape, so he ended up burning alive. Yes, it will be a loss to his family, to the department, and to the community. But the funeral and everything will be paid by the community.
Yep. Believe it or not, when I actually started with the department I'm in, they had me fill out a medical form. Um, so if something happened to me, they could actually um, get me assistance for one, and two, um, be able to give out um, a small um, amount of money to my family in that to help with the funeral costs and all of that jazz, which is it's a big step, um, which I hope I never that never does happen where I die out on a scene. But like today, I injured my ankle in that, like I was telling you, Blue Ice. Um,
Yep.
they actually have me on workers' comp.
Yep.
Supposed to be out of work. They wanted to take me out for at least 3 days to a week. That's what they wanted to do. I turned around and told the doctor to basically go screw himself. Because I didn't know that workers' comp is actually a way of being paid. Being that I've never had to do workers' comp, I never knew that. But all my doctor's appointments and everything is actually being paid by the county um, until I'm obviously healed up enough to go back on duty, which is amazing.
So they pay for your medical bills.
Yes, the
Is that
community is basically paying for medical bills there. because he is a volunteer fireman.
It just, I mean, I'm not saying that, excuse me, I'm not saying that volunteer work is not a bad thing, but I feel, and of course, I do get mad a lot of times because I think that, people, especially who are in firefighter, who does, like they're a firefighter or they're EMT. I just think that they should get paid. I mean, that's just me. Um, yeah, you are risking your life every day, but I mean, technically, it's pretty much all jobs you risk your life.
Yes.
Yes.
You risk your life no matter what you do, but they risk their lives a little bit more. And for me, I just think that they should get paid for it. But I mean, that's just my opinion. That's just the way I feel.
And that's
Yeah,
okay to feel
everybody
that
got
way.
their opinion. Also,
Exactly.
I can give you another point about a volunteer. Volunteer will allow somebody if take a take you wild, for example. Say like if you want to see what a fireman or a EMT or rescue does, volunteer will allow you to spend time in that life to see if it is worth your time and if you can handle it
Yeah,
compared
yeah.
to
Yes, it
being
will. All right.
paid. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good. Go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Well, I was going to say compared to being paid, where you have to basically fill out application, which you do that with volunteer as well, but with a paid positioning, you basically have to be there nonstop.
Yup.
You're basically working 24 hours on, 24 hours off. In volunteer, you basically can report when you're able to or when they are undermanned.
Yep.
But basically, volunteer will allow somebody to experience that world, see if that is what they want to go in as a career. If it is, say like if Matthew wanted to, with his training now and the training he's going to be getting in the future, he could literally go to let's
Paid
say New
department.
York. Let's say New York. He could go to New York City and literally get on to one of them paid positioning in the fire department.
Yes. Um, and and that's one of the main things is that I personally don't see a big difference. Besides, yeah, one gets paid, one doesn't. But at the end of the day, honestly, in my view of things, being paid versus not being paid, we're all in it to do the same exact job, and that's to save lives. No matter what the case is, we're all in it just to save lives, no matter what. And I have had a big, long conversation with one of the owners about this because we had a big, huge debate outside my house one night about it. That's how this topic actually came up. Um, uh, and the one thing that ended up happening was that we got into a huge debate on it between myself, one of the other owners, and someone else on the paid and volunteer and how we actually end up responding to most of our calls every year. Um, but at the same time, having that issue of um, some people aren't able to make every call. And that doesn't get held against them. Things happen. You have a life. We get it. You can't make all the calls, but at least, you're doing your best to try. And that's the one thing that gets me every time is that yeah, I've been missing calls. I'll admit to it. I've been missing calls because I just either A, I don't have the drive to go, or B, I've had a long day with the work and I just want to relax, play a game or two, and go to sleep.
And let me ask you this: I know the answer here, Matthew, but I'm going to ask you anyhow. When you was basically doing all them calls, you got fatigued real quickly, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And your body is paying for it now.
I don't think so much my body's paying for it. It's just more or less say I've kind of been slowing down only due to the fact that I don't want to get in trouble
Yeah.
with
What I
the
mean,
Chiefs
what I mean
because
by what I mean by your body paying for it is it's telling you, hey, I'm your body. I need stuff and I need rest. You can't make me go day in, day out on calls, going to work, going to school, whatever. I can't, your body can't do that. That's what your body is telling you. So it's
yeah,
going to end up shutting down on you one way or the other. It
yup,
will force you to rest.
yup. And like right now with this ankle injury, I'm out of commission, technically speaking, unless like we get a big fire, then I can go like to the hall and assist the ladies auxiliary. But I'm not able to go to scenes. I'm not able to do anything right now just because of how recent this is. It does suck. I'll admit to it. And I was joking with my chief today about it, and she looked at me and told me straight up that no matter what, if I go, if she sees that I'm on the I'm responding app before my week is done, she's gonna end up coming down and beating my ass because she doesn't want me risking getting any further injuries.
Yep. And what did I tell you earlier? I told you that if you respond to calls, you be putting yourself and everybody on that call in danger.
Yep. And like I told her, specifically when I, just like I told you, when I feel up to going and I feel like, my body can do it, I'm going to go do.
Yeah,
But
just
if
don't push yourself.
but if I don't think I can do it and I feel like I'm going to put, people at risk, I ain't touching the call. I won't even put on responding. I'm not nothing. Because of the fact I don't want to put people at risk.
And I'm going to say one final thing on this volunteer versus paid. I'm not against paid. I ain't against volunteers. I'm like Matthew. And at the end of the day, everybody is doing the same job. Everybody responding to the same type of calls. Everybody doing the same type of work. No matter if you pay, volunteer, or whatever. It don't matter. You're just saving lives. It's basically the main point, and you're enjoying it.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of continue on with the topic here at hand. Um, the idea of county versus city life.
That's basically go back to the same thing as paid versus volunteer.
It does. And the lifestyle, honestly, it's not really any different. Um, yeah, being out in the country, yes, you can do a lot more. You can do whatever you damn well please, basically, within reason. Being in the city, yeah, you have more, rules, regulations, and laws and shit that you got to follow. But at the
Well,
same
actually,
time,
Matthew, I'm gonna stop you right there, right quick.
yep,
In the county or city, you got the same laws, you got the same rules. You have to obey everything in the same way.
yeah, but most of the time out in the county, the country, yeah, between the county and the country, honestly, a lot more people, a little more um, lenient, I guess,
Yeah,
is the
they
best
are a
way to
little
make
bit
it.
more free willed there, but it's still But it's still, you still got the same rules you have by either way.
Yeah. But that's just, how I look at it. Honestly, I don't care for either or. It doesn't matter to me.
Because when I was with EMS, I was running the whole county. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in fire department, I was running the city bureau. So I've been on both sides of that fence.
Right.
And sometimes I would run both of them at the same time. You trying to figure out how I do that, huh?
A little bit, but we can talk about that. Actually, you know what?
Well,
Why
I
not?
can explain it right here, right quick.
Yeah, why not? Let's just go ahead and go into it because we got time.
Okay. As you already know, I told you and I told Wild and a few others. I was a volunteer fire department on the volunteer fire department for the city of Taylorville. I was a county EMS, and I was a county rescue on the rescue squad. I was in 3 services. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. If I was running EMS and if there was like a wreck or anything, a fire that would need EMS, I go to it. Okay.
Right.
Now, at the same time, with my training, if say like a fireman went down and nobody didn't notice, and I hear over radio, I could literally grab the turnout gear, put it on, get the SCBA, grab me a hosman, and we will go in and grab that fireman or the patient. So literally, you could do both jobs at the same time.
Wow.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and go on to the last little bit of not really the last little bit of topics here, but another topic here of tonight would be topic of money. Is it a material or does it run life?
Say that again.
Hold on. Topics of money. Is it a material or does it run life?
It's both. It's a material thing, but it can ruin your life.
It can. And that's the one thing that a lot of people don't understand is yes, money is great to have. I'm not gonna say anything bad on that.
You always heard the term money is root of all evil,
Yup.
but it's also a material thing as well.
Yup. Like I get it, we need money to survive, yes. Making it, break even every week. That works out for me. And yes, I have dreams to, have my own house and things of that nature, yeah. But that don't mean that I have to have, the best of the best jobs and making the, best money, being rich and shit. Like that's not me, and everyone is different, People think that, oh, well, I'm going to be, a rocket scientist and I'm going to do this and that with my life. And yet, turn around and you have other people on the other side that are like, I can break even every week. I can survive on what I'm getting paid. We're gonna go with it. Not everyone has to have the $1,000 paycheck every week. Yes,
No, they
it's
don't.
nice.
Basically, what it boils down to, yes, I know the poor people wish they had more money, but you got to think, poor people is more happier than
Yes.
rich.
Yes.
Even though the rich got the money, they can do whatever they want to with that money, but they are not happy.
Mm-hmm.
You take a poor person that don't have nothing, they are more happier and satisfied with nothing than having all that money.
Yes. I completely agree with you, Ice. 110%. And Wildstyle, feel free to chime in at any point that you want to. Don't feel like it's just me and Ice. You can also chime in too. We don't mind it. We rather hear your side as well, if you'd like to, on that aspect. Um, I
Now,
think
I ain't saying that all poor people is wanting to stay poor. No, they don't.
no.
But like I said, they are a little bit more happier in the position they are in than if they was rich and being bored.
Yup. Being rich and that it makes it where you don't gotta do anything. You can basically sit around and do absolutely nothing with your life, and that's the one thing that really comes down, to what you want in your life. Yes, I'll admit to it. Yeah, I would love to have, a good paying job. Something that brings me home at least 500 every week. Yes, you know, but at the same sense, I'm happy where I'm at. I have what I need to survive. I just went out and bought this new PC. That cost me $2,600 just to get it. Yes, but at the same time, you know, I'm happy with what I have in front of me. I just I'm satisfied at where I'm at, and I would love to have more money, to do more things. But at the same time, I know later on in life, when it comes down to, me actually going possibly into paid departments or finding another job, at least I'll have some kind of knowledge of what I'm doing.
Okay, got a question for you, Matt.
Okay.
Okay, you said you just paid what 2,600 for that PC,
Yep.
right? Okay, now you take that same amount of money, okay? You know, say like the money was given to you.
Right.
Okay, would you still be as happy if the money was given to you to get that PC, or have that PC given to you, or do you
I
feel more happy earning that money, saving it up, and buying it yourself?
I actually feel a lot more happy being able to work and save up that money. Because the main reason being is because of the fact that it shows, on how hard I can work. It shows I do have the knowledge to be able to save when I really want something, and not have to worry, at the end of the day, not having to worry about what is going on. I can do me, be who I am, work, get the money I need, save it up, get what I want. Yeah, it took me a while to get it, I'll admit to it, but I got what I wanted.
And you're more happy with it.
I am. I really am.
See,
I'm
that's
I'm a lot more happier with it. 'Cause
that's basically to answer your question. That is the topic.
mm-hmm.
Is money a material thing or not? In your case, yes, it's a material thing, and no, it's not, because you basically had to work your ass off to save that money. You had to work your ass off to get that money. Then you had to save the money to buy that PC.
Yep. Um, Wild Style. You're a mod on the YouTube side, aren't you?
I think she might have stepped away.
Alright. Blue
She need.
Eyes, do you mind dropping in the chat the Discord link that we have for here? It should be listed as the first one. If it's not, let me know and you can just make one real fast. Ow. You guys, real fast, before we go on to the next, and I believe it's going to be like the final little topic here, guys, of the night. Um, Please make sure you guys go ahead and go down in our description. Check out all the other people and other partners that we do have within our community. We have Toe Talk Break Room. We have a PS4 5M server of Lake County roleplay. We also do have a Oklahoma City roleplay. It's labeled as Grand Sonoran State roleplay right now, but I have to change that later on. Please make sure you guys go ahead and go in and show them some love. The link that Blue Ice just shared to you, to everyone here in the chat, is the link for the server that we're currently in right now. This is the Emergency Break Room and Lounge Discord. As you guys can see it here in the stream, we are here just to kind of help out first responders and also civilians, whether they're having a bad day or whether they're in need to ask questions to a first responder, just don't know who to go to, or even in the case of someone having a bad day, they just need someone to talk to and have a shoulder to cry on. My administration team, as 5 of us, we're all here to assist you guys. So don't be afraid to jump in and say, hey, I need help. We'll be more than willing to sit with you, talk with you guys, and get everything situated. But for the last and kind of the final topic, is going to be devotion versus too much time on your hands. This one here, it's, to me, I feel as if, being a volunteer or being a paid professional, in any kind of first responder base, even being military side, honestly, having too much time on your hands, honestly, isn't really a thing. Just in my personal opinion, I've had a lot of time to do what I do, with saving lives and running for calls, whether it be a rescue call or a fire alarm or structure fire, whatever the case is. Yes, I do run quite a bit for calls. I'll admit to it. Hands down, I'll admit that I do run a lot. But when I run for those calls, I run through and I do whichever the call is, and I'll show you guys this actually in the Discord itself. I do believe if it will change over. We do have a section that's called the prayers. And in this section, it has both the EMS prayer, EMS oath, and also the fireman's prayer. I'm not going to read them, okay? I actually checked to make sure it's actually showing you guys. Yes, it is. I'm not going to actually read them to you guys. I'll show them for a little bit here on the screen. This is the fireman's prayer here. As I'm running to calls, I read this out loud for when it's a fire call. This is the go-to.
Hey, Matthew,
Yes.
best thing to do if you're going to show that is click on the original where it says original link there, and it will blow it up where everybody can actually see it.
Is it still showing? I'll show you. Nope, it's not. Give me just a moment, guys. Let me quickly change Windows here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to think of how to do this here. Hold on 1 second, guys. We'll be right back on in stream.
Basically, what you can do is you own your PC, right?
Yeah. Alright, guys, sorry for the quick break there, guys. We were trying to make it so you guys can actually see this, the Fireman's Prayer here real fast. Um, so as you guys can kind of read through, I'm just going to kind of pick out a few lines here. The most thing that I really emphasize on when I'm reading this out loud as I'm running down the road is the part that says, "Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently to put the fire out." That is the most thing that I emphasize on when I'm running. And if you want to kind of chime in here for just a moment, besides on what I've have said myself, do you have anything you want to add with this prayer here?
Yeah, there's like two parts on there that hits me.
All right, which two parts of that?
Well, one where it says, "Help me embrace a little child before it's too late," or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Then the second one is, "I want to feel my calling and to give the best in me, to guard my every neighbor and protect his property."
Absolutely. And that, alone, with those three lines, it honestly does hit us first responders. These prayers don't have authors. They're not in any Bible or anything of that nature. This is something that a first responder, not myself, but an older first responder, ones that came before us, have made. And this is honestly a piece of work. This is something that I actually enjoy, going through every day. Now, I will show you guys the second one as well. Just giving you just a
Yeah,
moment.
these prayers have been handed down for ages.
This one up. Copy. And I know, guys, you guys are kind of probably getting a little bored with this. These kind of transitions, but I do apologize. Hello to whoever just joined. Welcome.
Hello, Farron.
Here's the EMS oath. I'll let you guys kind of read through that a little bit. This one here I don't read as much, so I don't have anything that really hits me that sticks out. But I'm sure either Blue Ice Gaming or Mr. Farron 149 can kind of jump into this a little bit. And if there's something that sticks out to you guys, go ahead and share it to everyone here on the live.
Actually, the oath that you got up is basically the oath that every EMT and rescue have to take. Now there is a EMS prayer, which should be right below that.
Yep, which I'm going to be showing here just momentarily. I'm going to let people finish reading this here. Just give it a few extra moments here. And just so people in the channel know, we are, we do have extra eyes on us tonight, being here for the podcast. So, if you guys kind of want to jump over to the YouTube side, you guys can kind of watch on what we're doing on there, and also watch the chat a little bit as well.
Yeah, I'm over there.
Okay, I figured I'd mention it real fast.
Hey, Matt.
Yes, sir.
When you get done with this, can you give me a 21?
Affirmative, sir.
Sorry, I can't hang out here very long. I'm having a fire with Jay tonight.
You look good, buddy. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I got some news for you about what we've been talking about.
Okay.
I'll fill you in.
Shoot me a
not-
message.
Yeah.
Give me about, another 45 minutes roughly, and shoot me a message to remind me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into anything on
That's not
live.
an issue. That's not an issue at all, sir.
Yeah.
So this here is the EMS per. Just kind of real quickly before you leave, Fern. There's nothing I've read this time and time again. To me, it all stands out to me. I'm going to go ahead and allow my other two members here to kind of go through and point out a few items that stand out to them the most. So 149, because I know you got to get going here soon. I'll let you go ahead and go first.
I don't know what topic is right now.
We're going through
He's showing the EMS prayer.
the EMS play right now.
I don't think I've seen that as of yet. Apologies.
It's all good, man. It's just I'm kind of going through, kind of showing a few of the things that I do. When I'm writing for calls, when I'm not on Zello, I'm reading all the a few of these prayers out loud as I'm running to the hall. And this is just kind of one of the things I figured I'd touch on real fast in a podcast, so people can actually see, this is something that we're actually, a lot of people don't know we have as first responders.
You're answering my phone calls when my phone's dead.
I will talk with you later, bud.
Yeah.
Alright, Mr. Blue Ice Gaming, I'll let you go ahead then.
Oh, no problem, Wild. Thank you for coming in. Wild just said she's sorry she had to go.
Yep, I just seen that pop up on the OBS site. That is fine, Wild Style. I understand. I know it is getting late, so it's all good. We are, obviously thankful that you came in, and kind of stuck with us a little bit to go through this podcast and put your opinions in as well. We do appreciate that a lot, Wild Style.
Well, to answer your question about this prayer, the whole thing stands out and touches me because as an EMS or retired EMS, you do have to give your time and to save the lives of whoever it is, no matter who it is, what age they are, their creed, their nationality, or whatever. They can be a pink kitty cat. You still got to go and save that life.
Agreed. And that's the one thing that gets me is that when I go through and read this, there's really nothing that sticks out, that really makes it where I emphasize on that, on the section. It's more or less of the whole thing really sticks out to us.
Yeah. But if you read that last line there, that's one that really can get you. Or the last two lines. The word of thanks I may not hear, but knowing is enough. That I have helped even one to go on to live and love.
Yep, absolutely. Agreed on that one. That does hit close to home because after you're done with the patient, dropping them off at the hospital, you don't know what happens after that.
No, they could be. It could be let's say a cardiac arrest. Okay, you do your best to keep them alive in the unit. They could be stable when you get them to the hospital, to the ER. The time you transfer that patient from your care to the ER care, and time you leave that hospital, you don't know what happened to that patient after you transfer that care.
Exactly.
They could survive. They could perish and passed on.
Yep.
Unless you go back and speak to the hospital, ask about that patient, which Not everybody does.
No. And that's the one thing is that and at least in my department, we're not allowed to go and ask questions. We're not allowed to ask on what happened to patients. It is actually against the bylaws that we had to follow. We're not allowed that. And it sucks because there's been a few times where I've taken some patients in, and I actually wanted to follow up, and check up on them. We're not allowed to technically do that. But knowing that at least they
Matt,
saved a life, it's better than
I'm,
nothing.
I'm going to chime in there. Yes, against the bylaws of just about every department. But say like you saved a child's life and you want to find out exactly what happened with that child after your care. The ER personnel might bring it up and tell you that she got fine, she walked out of here. That's well and good. And unless they are real busy, you can quietly ask what happened to a certain child at a certain time when we brought them in. They don't have to tell you the full story.
Right.
Little bits and pieces here, that's okay. It ain't really violating bylaws. Because
Right.
curiosity is human nature,
Yeah.
and no bylaw is going to keep you from being curious.
Right. But no, and that's the one thing that really gets going is that yes, trying to follow all the bylaws, but at the same time, like you were saying, even asking, a nurse, quietly one on one, a lot of times they won't even tell you at the hospital. Like even if they're not that busy, they will not tell you. We've had a case of that before I got into the rescue squad and that, and I was talking with one of the guys about it, and he said, "Yeah, I tried to ask quietly about it, and they wouldn't even give, me a straight up answer."
They might not give you a straight up answer, but they probably will give you some roundabout answer on it.
Yeah,
Where it wouldn't violate their bylaws and your bylaws too.
yeah,
Because there is a thing called doctor and patient confidentiality.
yep, and HIPAA and all that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know all about the fucking HIPAA
That's
shit.
why they might not tell you straight up, oh, the child done good. They walked out of the hospital. It might be, oh, they still living.
Yeah,
That probably about far you going to get.
yeah, but not to really cut this short, guys. I normally like to try to stay alive for the podcast and normal lives for 2 hours, but I need to go ahead and rest my ankle and all that and elevate it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this live here, guys. I do appreciate everyone coming out and oh, Wild Style said something more and I missed it. Hold on.
All she said was, have a good night.
Okay. You as well, Wild Style. Have a good night. And have a good night to everyone else as well. And stay safe out there, guys. If you guys are first responders yourselves, just remember, I got your six. Until next time, until the next podcast, I will catch you guys on the flip side. And thank you all for coming out and enjoying this. And it was nice talking with you all. See you guys later.